Good afternoon, everyone. It's Monday, June 8th. It's always a joy for me to be in touch with you via our website. I thank all of you for so many emails, text messages, phone calls, sharing your feedback on the video we posted last time, which was meant to be a little bit of a light video about the two cats, but also the video that I posted last Monday about the very serious situation we're living in right now. With all of the protests and what's really at the root of these protests and this social inequality, this ongoing racism, all of these issues that I addressed last Monday. And as I say, I thank so many of you for reaching out to me afterwards. The vast majority of you reached out. Many police officers and their families reached out saying, thank you, thank you, thank you. Indeed, we are generally very good people. There's a few bad apples, and there's definitely some systemic changes that need to be made, but they were grateful. And I know some families of police officers have felt very unsafe during these days. So it's a plea for peace, and it's a plea for calm for everyone, and a plea for, as I mentioned during my homily, to really get at what is the root cause or root causes of so much of this unrest that's going on right now. And they're big issues. They're issues that neither you nor I individually can fully tackle, but as a community, as a society, I hope we can keep working to really eradicate those issues. One of the things I was going to do, and it's interesting, when I formulated my homily, I had planned on sharing with you my year-long experience about probably 18, 19 years ago as a very young priest. And for a year, I worked in Patterson with gangs. I was stationed at St. Gabriel's. I was doing my Master of Social Work degree, and my practicum, as they called it, was working at a program for kind of like gang rehabilitation in Patterson. So I had a whole year of full immersion with the Bloods, the Crips, the Market Street Dominicans, the Latino Kings, all of the different gangs that were there, and some really scary moments, but also some really beautiful learning moments for me and for the young teenagers that I was working with. We were trying so hard to keep them out of jail, and I have to say I felt very pleased with the progress that I made with the ones that were assigned to me. And now I was thinking about it just the other day, they're all probably like in their mid-30s now. And, when the program ended, we had to break off contact. That's part of the educational process when you do an internship for a social work degree. But maybe in a future date, I'd love to speak with you more about that. But for those of you who sent me emails and saying that maybe you didn't fully agree with what I was saying and maybe felt that I wasn't really fully understanding the plight of the African American community, please know that that's not the case. As I mentioned in my video last week, I do come from a mixed race family, do have African Americans in my family, and it's something that I definitely feel with the community, even though I myself am white and I don't live in the midst of one of those communities. So I know these situations are real, and I know we need to work on them. But as always, I'd love to hear from you. So whether it's support for something we're doing, or a question about something that one of us mentioned during a homily, or just want to offer another point of view, know that I'd always love to hear from you. And for those who have written to me, the small little handful that have, I'm trying to write back to you as soon as I possibly can. But may this be a week of peace. Let's truly pray, as I mentioned during my homily, that we be a peaceful people, each one of us individually, to create peaceful families, peaceful communities, and that we really look as a society, as a community, each one of us, what can we do to eradicate these problems that are obviously right below the surface in our society? And how can we do so in a respectful way? How can we do so in a dialogue that doesn't just instantaneously go down that polarized political situation that we've been living in for years? And I'm actually writing an article about that political polarization that exists in our world, and how it's even come into our church, and how many times people just kind of talk across each other and Someone's a Democrat, someone's a Republican, someone's liberal, someone's conservative, someone watches Fox News, someone watches MSNBC, and we just seem to have this way of just not really engaging the other in cordial dialogue. So I really want to promote that as much as I can. So again, as always, thank you for tuning in. My last thought with you is just about phase 2. I don't know when it's going to begin. I can't wait for it to begin. I can't wait to have all of you have that ability to come back to daily mass, to be able to do some of the sacraments in person, obviously following all the restrictions, but we don't have the word yet. But I'm hopeful, very, very hopeful that will be soon. So thank you as always for tuning in. I'll see you again on Thursday with a new video. But until then, please hold me very much in your prayers as I do the same for you. And thank you as always for tuning in and for sharing feedback. Whatever the feedback may be, know that I always, always welcome it. God bless you with peace. Bye-bye.